Thank you, Akiveli. Thank you, Himeko.
All of this happened after you went away. You were jumping from one job to the next, and for 4 long years, I had heard nothing from you. During those 4 years, I found the stranded express deep in the canvas world and kept trying to repair it. Watching the Phantom Moon grow fuller, I remembered the mask that had been handed down through our family for generations. If I could claim victory in the Phantom Moon games, then perhaps by harnessing the divine authority of elation, it might just be possible to set the Express in motion once more. But the Herald of Death was a complete madman, and he smashed every dream to pieces. These bloodstains. The Herald of Death is heading to Dovebrook. He's already killed so many people. When will it be enough? Himeko, are you afraid? You're asking if I'm afraid? Of course I am. After seeing all that carnage along the way. Belle, Mia, everyone was splattered everywhere. Like spray paint. Twisted and crushed. They watched themselves turn into... while they were still alive.
But Himeko, I'm here for you.
I'm okay. I'm fine. If I don't stop him right here and win the Phantom Moon games, there will be no tomorrow for anyone, let alone a new journey for the Astral Express. And someone needs to avenge those students at the Academy.
That is not your responsibility. If you are afraid, let me handle it.
I know hunting down the Herald of Death isn't my responsibility. If I turn around and walk away, no one will blame me. But I am already here. I can't let him get away. Yeah, I'm not really scared anymore, really.
Warning. Rogue supplicant has entered Dovebrook District. Aberration threat level, calamity.
The suppression squad sent by the Department of Aberration Defense.
All units must begin
They're all
evacuating
gone.
civilians from the surrounding
Completely
area
wiped out.
immediately. Warning.
He struggled through the
Rogue
pain
supplicant has entered
as the
Dovebrook
Herald
District.
of Death
Aberration threat
dragged
level,
and
calamity.
smeared them
Aberration
across the
name,
ground.
Herald of Death. By order
But
of the Department
these
of
stains...
Aberration Defense. All units must begin
Is he
evacuating
really so far
civilians
gone
from the surrounding area
that he's using
immediately.
himself as paint? Even so, he still managed to break through the blockade ahead. That's terrifying.
To take down a monster like him, you need a single perfect strike. Overwhelm him before he can even react.
I think I've got it. But first, I need to buy some time.
Let me handle that for you.
All right. But buying time is easier said than done. It's too narrow here. We need more room. The best bet is to pin the Herald down on that bridge. I'll take all the wish power I've gathered since the Phantom Moon became full, and
use it as fuel to paint it into existence. The sheer destructive force unleashed from creating a massive object will break him and leave him completely incapacitated.
But by doing this, even if we defeat him, you would be giving up any hope of winning the Phantasm Moon games.
Yeah. By burning all the wish power, I will be forfeiting my victory. But even if I did win the games and restart the Express, what would happen to this city? To my friends, my teachers, and everyone else? Where would they have left to go? To set the Express in motion with Aha's power, while standing by as innocent people are slaughtered by monsters? To soar into the stars while turning a deaf ear to the screams on the ground? Someone who does that has no right to call themselves a nameless. I knew I should have stuffed an orbital cannon or a molecular saw into the case, using that bigger on the inside Trailblaze tech, just like the Astral Express.
Remember that for the future, then.
Right. When this is all over, I will have to give it a try. Another body.
Black Birch. Guess he was after the Herald as well.
Black Birch, the masked fool? The one who turned Gotham City upside down not long ago? Only 2 supplicants are left in the games now.
In other words, we are the last hope for victory over him.
Just like those legends I grew up with. A hero confronting a monster to protect everyone. Now that responsibility falls to me. I will take him down. After that, I will repair the Express myself and see it fly over the horizon and break out of the atmosphere.
What a beautiful sight that will be. Then consider this the first world to be saved before the journey on the Express begins.
The very first stop, then? It'll certainly be quite memorable. The stench. It's about time.
So exquisite! These flowers blooming in plain Arcadia! Ooh, I can hear them dancing at the tips of my nerves! What is that? You say this is not enough? Still not enough! I need more pigment! I mix my colors with screams of terror and pray for the catecholamines to drown me! Department head, I shall show you the error of your ways! This flesh is the culmination of life! Its king is right here! The giant tree running through our heartopia! I shall become her! We will be as one! No, I will surpass her! I will devour her and become the one and only existence! Another new shade, dazzling, shattered crimson! Are you perhaps the color I've been missing all along? Step into this masterpiece! Become one with me and lay the final cornerstone for the future of human evolution! Stop right there. So, you actually conquered the Herald of Death and set the Astral Express in motion once more at the end of the blood-stained games.
I believe in your bravery. When confronted by death, you will undoubtedly choose to resist. But you were so frail and sickly. How could you possibly defeat the Herald of Death, who slaughtered every single supplicant? And how could you hope to repair such a massive, stranded express? Well, the answer is clear. It would be impossible for you. That is, unless you had another person helping you. Don't deny it yet. I've been tested by you enough along the way. So now, give your father a little room to breathe. While I was gathering your belongings, I found some of the manuscripts you left behind. There were 2 distinct sets of handwriting upon those pages. Every trace in that house proves that 2 people once shared a life there. Legend says that during the Canvas Age, the grand artist Whitebow painted his late daughter onto a scroll and breathed life into her. Suppose, just suppose, that my brilliant daughter created a likeness of herself, a self-portrait so perfect that it breathed and moved with her. If that is the truth, then every mystery is explained. During that night of the blood-stained games, a girl at death's door and an imaginary she created followed the trail of the Herald of Death all the way to Dovebrook. As a monster bearing Shuhu's flesh and a supplicant lost to madness, Marcus and Tommy defeated the pair before him without lifting a finger. Driven by pure instinct, he slowly closed in on them. He intended to use their very lives as pigment to paint a new bloody bloom. Little did he know that he was walking straight into a trap of their design. The moment he drew near, a massive iron fist was imaginated from the sky above. It crashed down and crushed into dust. It was the night of July 22nd, 1984, of the Arcadian calendar. A colossal shockwave radiating from Dovebrook District shook the earth. As the dust settled, a strange urban legend found its way into every corner of the world. Over 10,000 sightings reported a giant arm descending from the sky that evening. In the hours that followed, the Department of Aberration Defense confirmed that the Herald of Death was completely incapacitated. The theories were endless. Was it a divine act by Yaha? Or a weapon built by the IPC? No one knew for sure. Yet the silhouette of that giant remained etched in every mind as a testament to heroism. It was just an arm. Yet beneath the brush of a girl who yearned for the stars, it became an extension of humanity's reach. The girl achieved her dream, and the stars set sail once more. Truly a most romantic fairy tale. And now, unfortunately, I have to destroy this fairy tale myself.
You don't believe me?
I have no idea who you truly are. But that little girl who longed for trailblazing, my frail and sickly daughter. From the very beginning, Himeko never left Plain Arcadia.
That is not something you should joke about.
You know better than I do whether I'm joking or not. By the way, things outside aren't looking good. The Arcadia is drowning in problems. Is it really wise to stay here instead of helping the younger crew members?
Those kids are all grown up now. They can handle their mission. And as for myself, I am staying right here to deal with the biggest problem of all.
Are you intending to stay here until the outcome is revealed?
It might take forever for him to return, or he might never come back at all. Or maybe, if I just complain and say, I wish Blade were here, he'll just show up. Anyway, it was his choice. We already said our goodbyes. Thank you for staying with him until the very end.
Now, it is time to deal with your matters. Gray-haired boy, you seek me out with her token in hand. What is it that you desire? Already told me? Our first meeting was just before we took the boat here. I only answered the call of wish power because of that mask. The one painted by Evanesia. Without it, I would not be here. So, who is this me you speak of?
Me, of course.
Not you again. A meanie will always be a meanie.
Misfortune and I share one thing in common. We both enjoy dropping in uninvited. A reunion after 1,000 years. Graphia, it has been a long time.
A Sat Pramad.
Back in Ingford Hermitage, what you heard was only half the story. 1,000 years ago, amidst the ruins of Ahatopia, I found a baby girl on the verge of death. Her cold, lifeless body reminded me of the legend of Elation. Aha heard an infant cry and burst into laughter. Too bad I never did get the joke. So I came up with a much better one. I infused that child with the power of destruction, giving her the rebirth of a Void Ranger. I taught her to paint her monstrous beasts using the life of the veracity as pigment, all to carry out the Legion's divine will. Graphia, your name was your commission, to paint the world and carve a trace of our lasting glory just before the world meets its destruction. You were doing so well.
Right up until you saw that express crash. It gave you ideas, Graphia. Unrealistic, foolish ideas.
Since that day, I have had nothing to do with you or your destruction. Your failure began the moment you tried to destroy the Express. All you did was turn the spirit of the Nameless into a rallying cry for rebellion. I took the power you forced upon me and used it to save the innocent. You commanded me to record the end of worlds, but instead, I created a sanctuary.
So, you think putting on a human mask makes you one of the trailblazers? How amusing. Look at yourselves. That weathering curse is still eating away at you and your kin. It is the inescapable price for being a child of destruction who dares to betray her fate. World and canvas, a total disaster, yet you still try to dress it up as a victory. Do you know why I haven't spared Ahatopia a single glance for an entire millennium? Because you bore me. But now, things have changed. Someone far more interesting than you has returned. And unlike you, she is the real deal. A genuine Nameless. That is why I have returned. Simply to tell you all this.
Himiko?
I've had my fill of this drama. Now, I'm dying to see how your face handles my fist.
For 1,000 years, I have painted them over and over again. Every innocent life you extinguished during the Sind Earth Age. Tell me, Asat Pramad, are you prepared to face their fury?
I have more important things to do than linger here. But this little parting gift of yours? Why not let them have a taste instead?